Hey friends, Pastor Jeremy here. It is a really beautiful rainy day here in Pittsburgh as I record. It's Thursday afternoon. I've just wrapped up my sermon prep and I'm really excited to tell you a few things about it. This is going to be a good Sunday. This is not a Sunday to skip. Besides our normal joy of being together for worship and our shared life, this Sunday we will be welcoming Carson Hollis into our fellowship fully as a member through the right hand of fellowship. We will also be continuing in something of a less advertised series. We just finished the Churches of Revelation. That was a clear bookended series. Here are the 7 things we're going to talk about. For the next couple weeks and the past 3, we've been talking about sort of the rhythm of Christian life. We've talked about life change. We've talked about giving. We're going to talk about worship. We're talking about all these different things that are the way that we move through life as Christians. And this Sunday, I'm tackling the idea of Sabbath, which is strange. It's a strange idea in our culture. And it's very, very ancient. And it's very, very Jewish. In fact, a lot of scholars argue that the Sabbath is the quintessential Jewish thing. It's their main distinctive, it's their main marker, it's their highest, most holy blessing and gift. And so when Jesus bumps into the Sabbath and the way it was being practiced in the first century Judea, things got weird. When Jesus seemed to violate the Sabbath in passages like Mark 2 and Matthew, I think it's 13, he also does it in Luke, people freak out. Jesus heals on the Sabbath. Jesus teaches on the Sabbath. Jesus' disciples harvest grain and eat it on the Sabbath, none of which is acceptable. And the Pharisees are so angry. In Mark, this is really cool. In Mark, it's the first time that anyone says, we really got to kill this guy. And not only do they say we need to do something about this Jesus, not only do they say we need to kill him, Greek has 6 words that can be translated as to kill. And so Mark has options. And he goes for this one that means to utterly destroy, to bring to complete ruin, or to crush. So why are people so angry at Jesus about taking Saturday off? Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But it is. This concept of Sabbath at the heart of what it means to be part of the people of God, it goes all the way back to Genesis chapter 1. It goes all the way back to the creation. And that stream, it goes through Exodus and Deuteronomy. Now here's something cool. Here's something we don't talk about much. It changes. What's in Deuteronomy and Exodus? Well, the 10 Commandments come up in both. In Exodus 20, we're given the 10 Commandments for the first time. And then Deuteronomy, early in Deuteronomy, we get the 10 Commandments again. But they're different. It's this really interesting example of the Bible sort of shifting things as it goes. The first generation receives the 10 Commandments in this way. And the next generation, when they talk about the 10 Commandments, they talk about them differently. They change the language around it to meet their needs, to meet their time. Fascinating. So, this Sunday, we're going to get together. We're going to worship. We're going to enjoy each other. We're going to love each other. We're going to welcome Carson entirely into our church family. And we're going to talk about this ancient, holy, countercultural idea of Sabbath rest. And see if that's part of something we could add to the rhythm of our life. Grace and peace. I'll see you tomorrow, folks.